been ranked as the most affordable mortgage market in Nairobi County, followed by Komarok and Kariobangi in a newly released report by Cytonn Real Estate. The report ranks Githurai as the most affordable mortgage market, requiring a median income of between 25,000 to 50,000 Kenya shillings to purchase a house using a mortgage. Areas such as Nyari, Karen, Runda, Muthaiga and Kitsuru are the most unaffordable mortgage markets, with households requiring a minimum of 3.1 million shillings to purchase a house through mortgage option. On the rental front, Embakasi, Githurai, Komarok and Kariobangi are the most affordable rental markets in Nairobi metropolitan area. Households in these areas require a median income of about 25,000 to 50,000. The most unaffordable rental markets require a median income of more than 1 million Kenya shillings, Nyari and Roslyn areas. The Nairobi Metropolis Affordability Report is aimed at informing households on the areas that are affordable to purchase homes with mortgages or rent houses based on corresponding house prices in areas in the Nairobi metropolis and their levels of mortgages at 22,000 compared to a population of 44 million, equating to 2.7% of GDP. Well, let's dig deeper into this report, and we are now joined by Johnson Ndege, joining us from our City Center studios at I&M. Good afternoon, Ndege. Interesting statistics in the real estate report compiled by Cytonn. Perhaps we are seeing Githurai being ranked as the most affordable mortgage market. When you're doing your research, did you expect these outcomes?
Good afternoon, Abby. Thank you for having me here. As the report says, that Githurai happened to be among the most affordable areas in Nairobi, both for the rental indices that we did and for the mortgage indices. And basically, in totality, the whole Nairobi is overpriced, apart from the satellite towns. And the major reason, as we had highlighted in the report, is that the land values are very high. The interest environment is quite challenging with high interest rates. And basically, what informed this report is trying to get into why is the property market still very encouraging, booming, while mortgage uptake remain low. And also to try and show the public that should you want to get into the market, then where should you look at, depending on your income and the various areas as highlighted, from high end all the way to the low end.
This report, Johnson, looking at the different outcomes, we are seeing Kitsuru, Runda and Karen have some of the highest rates when it comes to one taking up a mortgage. Perhaps any reasons behind this?
You realize that markets like high-end markets in Nairobi and its metropolis are quite controlled. The restriction in terms of what you can do in construct and what you can, how you can construct it, technically called the plot ratios and ground coverage. This is one restriction, unlike compared to market like in satellite town where these restrictions are not very stringent. And then again, these markets have prices of land very high vis-a-vis what you can construct there, making that the end product that gets to the market more expensive to the consumer. And remember, in this case, we are looking at housing as a consumption. And those are some of the contributing factors to seeing them being unaffordable by a large extent, to a tune of about, from our reports, about 42%, or I would say an index of 42 against the requisite 100.
Looking at the mortgage market, Ndege, we only have less than 20,000 mortgages currently having been taken up by Kenya's working population. Perhaps from where you sit, looking at the future trends, what should we expect in terms of uptake of mortgages now that we are seeing other areas are opening up, and more Kenyans, the demand for housing is also on the rise. We're talking about an annual demand of about 200,000 units. What should we expect in the coming months?
The major factors that are contributing to the affordability of mortgages include interest rates. From our report, unless the interest rates drop to about 8% for apartments and about 3% for detached houses, is when the market will really be very affordable. This is not going to happen, but the market is still very, very bright, for especially with the government launching in early, it was gazetted in December, the civil servant mortgage plan, and it caps interest rates to about 5% and amount to be offered to about 20 million. However, you realize that this will also restrict civil servants into the low and lower middle markets, where prices of houses are about 20 million. In high end, it will be a challenge.
Okay. And maybe as we wrap up the interview, Ndege, what sort of interventions should we expect to see now that interest rates haven't gone down as Kenyans expected? We've seen an attempt by parliamentarians to have a bill that caps interest rates. And looking at the bigger picture, how easy will it be for Kenyans to own a home, bearing in mind what you've said, a high interest rate environment, of course, cost of land? What is likely to happen?
I think we should go out of to try new technologies. We need our building code a bit flexible to allow other forms of building material to be used in delivering houses. And then generally the Kenyan market should also avoid the what we'll call the urbanization fallacy theory, where people try to take urban areas as just areas of working and then go build at home. Another thing will be to take capitalization of the devolution that is happening now, so that also we do not very much concentrate in the city, and because driving land prices to go high. So we should also have people rethink of settling into the counties where land is relatively affordable. And basically, this will have more penetration.
Many thanks. Always a pleasure speaking to Johnson Ndege there. He is the man in charge of real estate at Cytonn Investments, just breaking down for us the numbers and why are we seeing less Kenyans taking up mortgages and what is the way forward. Well,